Eric Hammer here, registered physiotherapist. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the importance of scapular stability when it comes to proper rotator cuff strengthening. But before I continue, please hit that subscribe button below so you'll be notified about any new videos that I have here on my channel. So I wanted to make reference to this idea of the shoulder blade and the importance of your scapula in terms of the functioning of our different muscles that make up the rotator cuff muscles, which are, again, important stabilizers for the head of your humerus. And so what I've noticed, right, with several patients is this concept of, hey, if we don't have good function, right, of the shoulder blade, so there's certain specific muscles that help to keep the shoulder blade snug on the rib cage and in this kind of neutral, stable position. All of a sudden, some of the muscles, right, that make up our rotator cuff muscles, they tend to get fatigued, they tend to work harder. And so there's a real importance in this, in making sure, right, that these muscles, these scapular stabilizers, are strong so that we can actually use our shoulders appropriately. So the idea about making sure, hey, lower traps, mid traps, serratus anterior, that the rhomboids, that these muscles here that again play such a crucial role in keeping the shoulder blade in that nice neutral position, so we're actually able, right, to go into these overhead movements appropriately and use those different rotator cuff muscles appropriately without them fatiguing and becoming weak, right? So again, I've shown several different exercises, or I've talked about these different muscles individually, but just as an overall concept, right, I wanted to make mention to this idea of how the body, essentially, it's like a chain, right? So when one area is somewhat weak, well, all of a sudden we're going to need to compensate in another region, another muscle, in order to, again, compensate for that particular weakness. As a result of that, where that compensation might be taking place, that particular muscle now is at a disadvantage. And again, I see this quite frequently when it comes to just the dynamics between the glenohumeral joint and the scapula. So just a good concept just to be aware of in terms of training and shoulder discomfort pain. Particularly, we will see this a lot, right, with overhead type activities or sports, things like sports like baseball, throwing sports, overhead sports, tennis, volleyball, these type of things. The dynamics, right, between the strength in through the shoulder blade area and that type of stability, and how the rotator cuff muscles are functioning. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below. And please make sure to check with a physiotherapist or a doctor to make sure that any of this information is appropriate for you. Thanks again and have a great day. Take care.